Okay, welcome everybody. This is Lance Luke and Martin Pea here. Thank you very much for those of you who are on our Zoom platform and then also tuning in on our various social media platforms such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And we're here to talk about an interesting subject that could help small business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, um, even large business owners, but mainly small business owners. We're talking about mastering digital marketing with Expert Media Matters. Expert Media Matters is a company that Martin and I own and operate, located in Honolulu, Hawaii. But it's interesting that the physical location doesn't make a difference because we're on Zoom or FaceTime or whatever with clients all over the world, and that's the good part because we we don't like to spend time, money, energy traveling from one place to the other when we could easily do it over the internet. So we're going to talk about digital marketing tools, strategies, and insights, unlocking digital marketing success. And the information that we give you today, you could actually do it yourself, or you could hire a company like us to do it, or another third party entity that specializes in digital marketing. But we want to explain what we do, how we do things, and see if you might be interested in working with us. And in the past, years ago, I hired different people to do different things, such as building websites, making social media posts, and all that when I got too busy trying to do it on my own. But I realized that I was spending thousands of dollars and I didn't have too much control. So I developed a system with Martin to streamline all these different things. And instead of paying $2,500 to $5,000 to build a website, we can build a website for way cheaper and way faster and make changes almost instantly. So let me go right into it. I got a couple slides that I'm going to breeze through. Now, there's a picture of me on the top with Jack Canfield, the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. I wrote a book with him. If you want a copy of the book called Mindset Matters, um, you can be like Martin and go on Amazon and buy one for $25. Or you could get it free. I'm only kidding. I gave Martin a free copy. So if you want a free one, let me know and we'll send you the PDF. Interesting reading because it's a compilation book of business owners that wrote chapters, and every chapter is different and interesting, where people have come from different backgrounds and have different ideas on how they conduct business. So um, this is part of the Ask the Expert series, where we help small business owners and entrepreneurs build, manage, and market online. In addition to that, we also do traditional uh, business consultation. So if you want to talk about non-digital types of marketing, such as TV, radio, print, newspaper, magazine, we can also help with that. Um, but our main focus is on digital marketing and also using AI. So uh, we've got a lot of stuff to cover. So about EMM, EMM stands for Expert Media Matters. And we chose the title because we're talking about media, digital marketing, digital media, and it matters, and we're experts. So we kind of put it together, and that's how we came up with that name. So Martin and I are key figures, and we kind of share different things. We have the same core values and commitment to our clients, and most of our clients are located in Hawaii, by the way, but we do have some from different parts, not unknown, but we know where they are. Uh, as long as we can connect with them by phone and internet, we're good. So let's go briefly talk about our services. So introduction to the range of services offered, and we have more services than what I'm going to be talking about. But if you feel that there's something you need that we're not covering, just reach out to us and we can discuss it. So our highlights of the key services are general and business consulting, and AI marketing. And general and business consulting means that traditional business plan, like you need help creating a business plan or marketing plan, we can help you with that. Or you come to us and say, I need help only on this particular thing. And we've had a lot of clients come to us and say, I have no idea about this AI thing or social media. I don't know how that works. The rest I have it covered, but I need help only in the social media marketing aspect. Okay. And we can handle that. We can handle the whole ball of wax, or we can handle specific things that you need. And we can talk about it, and it's free to discuss it. So websites, we've built over 100 something websites so far for ourselves and other clients. And here's a sample of some websites that we've created. We have one series called Ask the Building Expert, and the website is huge. It's a big website because it doesn't only have the links to our webinars or recorded webinars for replay, uh, and the agenda for this year and for next year's webinars. We have download PowerPoints, takeaways. We also have articles, blog articles we wrote. We have a bunch of books that we wrote that you can get right now. You can get it free by downloading it. And soon we're going to turn it over to a different format where you can't get it free anymore. So we're working on that. We have I have a construction management company. We have a pretty big website for that, and then we have multitude of other specific websites such as Real Estate Expert, specific website on roofing, contractor licensing, and those kind of things. So we found that one specific website is good, but then we branched out into different websites because if, like in my construction management business, somebody needs help on roofing, they don't want to go wade through all this other stuff on electrical, plumbing, and all that. So we created a specific website for roofing that they can go to. It makes it a lot easier. So that's websites. We can help build websites, whatever type websites you want. Let's talk about content marketing expertise, social media marketing strategies. If you're familiar with my Facebook account, you see that there's a lot of stuff being posted on Facebook, Instagram, also LinkedIn. We try to kind of be active, and the more active, the more audience you can get, the bigger the following, which is better. It's a numbers game, and you want to make sure that you keep your audience active and participating. Join in the conversation, join in the narrative. It's not only you talking, you want people responding, right? You want to engage. The whole thing is based on engagement. That's what social media is all about. So it's the strategy and development execution, this whole idea, you define your objectives, you know who your audience is, or you try to find out, right? Your target audience. You choose the right platforms, engage with your followers, try to get more followers, and then you monitor conversations. Now, we do this on a daily basis. Okay. Um, we already know what platforms work and what doesn't. And by posting every day, we're engaging with our followers. And you just posting is not enough. You have to monitor the conversation. So in other words, when you make a post, you have to go back to it and see who liked it, who made a comment, uh, who's discussing it. Because if you just make a post and you don't go back and monitor it, and somebody posted 5 days ago and you didn't respond, they're going to think, well, you didn't like what I said, or are you ignoring me, or what? We don't know what's going on. So they're going to lose interest, and they're going to not want to engage anymore, and that's how you lose followers, you lose the engagement. So that's very important. And I'm not saying post all the time and all serious posts. I post some dumb things. Like recently we had Halloween, and I posted some photos of a 12-foot skeleton in a neighbor's yard, and the comment was, oh, I don't need to hire an inspector now. I pay big money because he doesn't need a ladder. He can easily reach up high, and he also is not going to ask for a raise, and he can work overtime. Things like that. And people find it a little humorous, and they post back, yeah, it's interesting that you hired a skeleton crew or something like that. So I actually use that as a form of entertainment for me. So instead of reading news feeds about the recent election and all this stuff, which I'm not interested in, I rather go on Facebook and entertain myself and entertain followers. And at the same time, people get entertained, and um, they want to look for posts. They're waiting for the next post that I make. At least that's what I think. So along the lines of social media posting, in addition to posting like a text with an image, which is good too, we're into video content because we found out that the video attracts more people rather than just posting a static post. Now, in the past, you make a post and it's all text. You never had any images or photo. Then you decided to put a photo on. Okay, that's great. And then now it got transformed to video. So if I had to make a social media post with one image versus the same social media post with a video, which one gets the most views, right? And the most comments? We found that the ones with the video, because most people like videos, people are trained to read, right, from early on, reading books, but then they also got trained to watch TV or play video games, and that's why the video is so important. And I'm not saying put a 30-minute or 45 video up about your company. That's way too long. I'll talk about that more. If you're going to do videos, you want snackable videos, snippets, short form videos, which are like 3 to 4 minutes rather than a long form, which is 10-minute, 8, 10 minutes, or even longer. So try it and see what works. If you need help doing video, let us know. If you need help social media posting, let us know. We can help you. And by the way, we make our own videos because this webinar is being recorded, and guess what? That's going to be our next video. We're going to post it on our website. We're going to take snippets of it and make 10 different small videos out of our one hour video. There's a lot of things can be done, right? We take the text and we make a social media post based on some of the things that Martin and I say. So there's a lot of different ideas that we can help you. Now you might say, I don't know, good. You talk about posting on social media, but what the heck am I supposed to write about? Right? I don't know. I'm stuck. I have a writer's block. So we have different ideas that we come up with ourselves, but we also use AI to help us. So content marketing expertise, what we do is we outline our content marketing strategies. What is that? Well, we make a list of what we need to do to get our message out there. Create snackable content, short form videos, focus on storytelling. And then, when we're small, we learn to listen to stories. And so over the course of time, humans evolve into wanting to hear stories or wanting to tell stories, right? You go back to the caveman days, and you got these pictures made in the cave, wall of the cave, where these hunter and gatherers with their spears went out and hunted a woolly mammoth or something. So, and people that weren't involved at the time, they weren't the participants, they want to hear the story of what happened. And so it gets to be told and passed down through generations. So your social media post isn't going to be passed down to generations for the most part, but it's gonna be out there, and whoever sees it, you want to make sure that the message is clear and people get engaged. If they don't respond, at least they saw it, and it kind of rings their bell going, oh, yeah, I kind of forgot about this company, but now that I saw this post, yeah, I got to remember to shop at this store, or whatever the case may be. You utilize social media. It's out there. It's free. If you want to pay, you can to boost the posts or do more things. But that's why I like Facebook and Instagram, because it's free. I don't have to pay anything, and I've gotten thousands of dollars of business from my free content posting. So that's the good part. And then focus on quality over quantity. If you go, you know what, I'm into this social media thing, I'm going to be posting 5 times a day. That doesn't work. Okay, what about once a day? Yeah, maybe, but what kind of content are you posting? If you're posting non-relevant things, you're just wasting your time. I'd rather have you post once a week with something relative than posting every day with non-relative. Eventually, people are going to get bored and going, geez, I'm not even going to look at these guys' posts because it doesn't help me. Okay? Types of content created. You got social media, right? Your social media posts. Then you have blog posts, which are articles, longer articles than just a fast post. And then you also have newsletters. Now, why is newsletters part of this whole content marketing? Because when you create a newsletter and you post it on social media, that's basically a social media post too, right? So a lot of these can be done. And I was talking to Martin before we logged on this webinar, and I told him my last series of email marketing was sent to about 15,000 people. Now, that's not to say 15,000 people are going to read the newsletter or even subscribe. We're giving people a chance to subscribe to my construction management newsletter. So we'll see. It's a numbers game. Now, here's something that recently we have a lot of experience in, our book publications. Now, we also own a book publishing company. Why? Because we spent 20, 40, probably close to $80,000, right? Paying other companies to publish books, 3 books, okay, and help market it. And what I did was I learned the system that these other publishing companies did, and I decided that um, I knew enough to be able to do it on my own. So yes, I still work with other agents and uh, book publishing companies, but we created our own publishing company. And I like to announce to date that we've published 35 books, and that's like within the past 12 to 18 months. So we're cranking them out. And each book is written easy to read. Each book is not more than like 100 pages. You can sit down and read one book in an hour, but there's a lot of good content in it. And it's available on Amazon, $14.95, but you can get it free if you nice to us and you ask us and you know where to look. So as far as marketing, business marketing, we have a couple of books out. One is Get Known Now, How to Be the Celebrity Expert in Your Field. And then the other one is Use AI, No Wondering Why. I'm pretty sure I was the first one to write an AI book uh, from Hawaii. So at least we're trying. Okay, so the idea with the books is you use your book as a business card. I have business cards, but when I go to meetings, instead of giving my card out, I pass the book. And they go, "Oh, what is this?" I said, "Well, it's my latest book. Instead of a business card, here's a book." And they get surprised. They're like, "Oh, what is this? You actually wrote a book?" And I said, "Yeah," because not everybody can write a book. Not everybody wants to write a book, right? But I've noticed that the books have helped me get business because when you're a book writer or an author, people tend to look at you in a different way. It's like, oh, that guy wrote a book, it's kind of interesting. And then to have the best-selling author title, adds a lot to it too. So if you're interested, and some people that we talk to, some clients go, yeah, I like that idea, but I don't have enough material to write a whole book. I said, do you want to do a compilation? Our idea is we're going to get business owners to write a compilation book, and then you write one chapter, right? And uh, when the book's out, you say you're a published author, and the book's available on Amazon or wherever, and you become kind of like a celebrity because now you wrote a book, and even if you wrote one chapter, you still a participant in the book, so you could say that you helped write a book or you wrote a book. Okay, here's something else: webinars and different learning opportunities. We have webinars that we've been giving, and if you're interested in giving a webinar, you don't have to pay for the platform. If you're only going to do one webinar or a couple webinars, you can network with us, use our platform, and we'll set everything up for you and help host a webinar. If you don't want to be the host, we can do all that. So we have 2 series of webinars that we're doing ourselves, and then we promote it too on social media as part of the Ask the Expert series. We actually have videos that promote, and we can do the same thing for you. In fact, we're coming up with interesting webinar series called Small Business Talks, where we're going to interview different business owners and chat with them, talk story, and help use that platform to help each business owner market their business. So the idea is to have business owners come on for maybe 10 minutes, talk about their business, what they do, things like that, and go from there. So if you're interested, reach out to us because we're signing people up as we speak. So it's going to be something interesting, something very good. And then we also have our flyer design services. You need a flyer design if you can't do it yourself or don't have time. We can put some flyers together. Here's samples of flyers that our team made for different things. As you can see, we try not to make it boring. The idea is to help make it colorful and attention getting so people want to read it, right? It's one thing to get people to want to read it. It's another thing to, kind of encourage them to click the download or scan the QR code and attend a seminar, attend a webinar, or reach out to you and try to get more information or learn more about your product or service. Content marketing expertise, the video marketing capabilities. Like I said before, the video is what's happening now. So the digital marketing video, you get higher engagement rates, better information retention, versatility across platforms, increased customer trust, mobile accessibility. I mean, with this video thing, people can basically whip out their phone and watch the video you made. They don't have to, go to their computer and log on and, wait for it to download or anything. So it's very helpful. And there's a lot of different services in the whole video production, but if you need more help on that, reach out to us. And then we also have online consulting services where we can discuss your business strategy, tactics you take. We can use AI to help give us ideas for digital media, content creation, what kind of marketing we need to get to your potential clients and customers. And these strategies are effective tactics and the right tools and prove it. And we can test it out. And we're always testing every day. And the information we get from our tests helps our clients. We can say, look, we tried that. That's a good idea. It doesn't really work. Here's something else we could try. Why don't we try it and see? If it doesn't work, we'll go to plan B. Very simple. So one of the AI powered marketing tools we use is Sendable. And so what we do is our team creates all these social media posts. And when it's approved, it goes on the calendar. So we can be sleeping or we can be out of town. And we know through this platform that post is going to be posted to our website or the newsletter or whatever, a blog post. So you create the post, then we use Sendable to schedule the post and monitor the audience engagement. So we're looking at our analytics and all that to see what works, what doesn't work. And then we use Zoom as our platform. There's also other platforms, GoToMeeting, and I think Google or Microsoft has one. But we use Zoom because most people are used to using Zoom. And that's the main thing that we use for our webinars. Although I give other seminars and webinars across the country and international, and I use about 3 different other platforms that these other companies that hire me to speak, that's their platform. So whatever company platform I go on and use that. So what's the conclusion? Reach out to us if you need help, if you need ideas. We're not the only company in town, but we're local and we've done it before. And the thing about us is we're not only promoting and trying to say, here's the services we provide. We're actually using our own services. So basically, we're our biggest client of Expert Media Matters because we have different other businesses that we do the same thing. We do the social media posts, video content, blog posts, and websites, and different things like that. So you can reach out to us and we can help you. So lucky tips from today's webinar. You leverage AI-powered tools. And by the way, let me back up. If you don't use AI or if you don't want to, we have the AI tools. So if you work with us, we can do all that for you. You don't have to even know how AI operates. or anything like that. Optimize online consulting, master marketing automation, engage through content marketing, strategize social media outreach, utilize video marketing techniques, explore webinars and learning opportunities. And let me add that in addition to the book publishing, if you want to reach out to a wider audience through a press release, we can also help you do that too. And we've done many press releases. Most of it is actually for ourselves, but we can help you as we help other clients also. What you missed from previous webinars, we've given webinars on a lot of social media stuff, websites, social media content, blog posting, how to be a celebrity expert. So you just go to our website and look at what you want to watch, and you can watch the webinars. It's all free. What's coming up? We're going to be talking about at the next webinar next month, Small Business Hawaii, and our upcoming Small Business Talk series. And that's going to be fun because we get to, it's not Martin and I talking the whole time. We're actually interviewing other business owners to help promote other business owners and other businesses. So that's good. Here's our website, expertmediamatters.com. And our webinar website is askmarketingexperts.now.site. Now we want to invite you to join the Best Hawaii Business Directory. You can join now for free, get a free listing. It's the biggest online directory in Hawaii, business directory in Hawaii. You go to besthawaiibusinessdirectory.com and you can get a free listing. Now, if you want an upgraded listing, there's categories you can pay $10 a month or $20 a month, but we're promoting the free. And then if you join the business directory, you automatically are part of the Small Business Hawaii Networking Association. It's an association for business owners formed to network, share ideas, and help promote businesses in Hawaii. Smallbusinesshawaii.now.site. It's a separate website. Use AI to your advantage. Use AI, no wondering why. AI can help you create websites, lead generation, social media posts, blog content. What else? Content for a webinar you're giving, articles you want to write, a lot of different things. Content for your book, if you're planning on writing a book, and a lot more. If you're too busy or you don't want to get into this AI stuff because it's too technical, you can reach out to us and we can guide you along the way. Now, appreciate you hanging in. Here's the Q&A time. So you got questions, we got answers. We got our information up here. And I'm going to turn it over to Martin, see if we have any questions from our Zoom platform or any of our social media platforms. So Martin, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, Lance. Well, we've got a couple of questions that have come in over our different media. So let me ask you the first one. Some pretty interesting questions. First one is, can you explain how your marketing tools integrate with existing digital marketing platforms? And what specific advantages do they offer over conventional tools?
Well, as I mentioned before, we can, well, the conventional tools would be probably the standard social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, and so forth. I heard Spotify's getting more popular now, but we don't have much difference. We use the same AI tools that other businesses are using or other companies. I think what makes us different is um, we actually tested out all these different methods ourselves using different platforms and different types of content and all that. So we're actually our own guinea pigs first. So we take our different companies, right, and we try out social media posts and see what works, newsletters and so forth. So um, traditional versus what's happening now, everyone's using the same basic AI because there's not that many major AI platforms out there. There's hundreds of AI companies that do different things, but there's only a handful of the basic generic AI companies for general use, such as ChatGPT or Google, for example. So um, we don't have I don't want to say, yeah, we got all these bells and whistles and all that we're better than anybody else. I mean, try try and talk to us and talk to other companies that do the same thing and see what the difference is. I mean, we not we not only show you what we can do for like what we did for other clients, we show you what we did for ourselves, and we have the goods to prove it. Like for instance, the social media posts. You can go online and see the posts we made or the books that we wrote, right? And see how you like those. So uh, we're out there. I mean, we're not for every single person. We're for the business owner who doesn't have much money to spend but has ideas. So for I mean, our our budget, I mean, in the early days, you need thousands of dollars to engage in a social media marketing company. Today, you don't. I mean, we can take clients that say our budget is only $100 a month. That's all we can afford. I'm a one-man operation. I just started this business. I don't have any cash to pay for this. How can I get something done for $100 a month? And we take them and we say, here's what we can do for you. We can make social media posts and post it for you. And they said, you can do all that for $100 a month. I said, well, actually, we charge more, but we're willing to do it and try it because we want to be partners in your business. We don't want to just take your money and run and say, well, good luck, right? We want to see if it doesn't work, we're going to recommend trying something else. So it's kind of like a partnership thing. And that's how we like to do it. And it's interesting because we have this business model that if we can't help you, then we don't want to be here, right? You don't If we're not going to be helpful to you, you don't need us. So we just got to find the right client that's compatible, and we're going to work together that have our ideas. If you're expecting us to build a brand new website and say I only have $100, we're going to say no, we can't do that. But maybe we could create a one-page website for you and see how that goes. So yeah, I would say just reach out and see how we can help you.
Very good, Lance. And I'll just add my comments because you mentioned about the startup companies and the looking to get started. I think one thing we don't mention is one of our resources was what helped us get started in our you mentioned partnerships too. I think our partnership with Nowsite was a big part of us getting started. And you mentioned about the websites. I mean, that's what helped us. The tools that we came across, I guess, just COVID time were what helped us to kick off where we're at now today. The hundreds of websites and all those things. It all started with uh, a simple venture to uh, work with this new company who has become a massive company now. And I just kind of wanted to share that too, that I mean, for me, that's who I'm really, you share our core values a bit too, that we want to be of, helpful and useful to the clients that even, really become our partners in business. And that's, that's the way we want to do it. And and you need to get started, and I guess I'm probably more talking to those who will, need to have a business in the next few years as things change. And the other thing you mentioned too is AI. I mean, that's the other thing that I think everybody needs to understand is AI is where not just business is going, but life and everything else is going. It's going to be a big part of all of that. And so we need to kind of embrace and accept that it's going to be part of our business life or our personal life, and learn what we can to make use of that, for our business and probably social future. So the more you learn about the AI and what it's doing, how it's doing things, whether you agree or not, at least learn the things and use the AI tools. That's the other thing. Just use it and see what it can do for you. If it doesn't do what you want, try something else, like you say. Test it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
good.
yeah. Okay, the next question that came up here was, how do you customize your online consulting services for different business scales, especially for small enterprises that are just beginning to explore digital marketing?
Well, that's going to be a one-on-one, case-by-case situation. So um, we the answer one size fits all doesn't work. So we would talk to the business owner and ask a series of questions to get an idea of where they're going, where they've been, and what kind of company. So in other words, okay, what kind of company are you? Who do you cater to? Who's your target audience? What is your product or service? And then once we get familiar with that and get a good understanding of what kind of business they're in, who their target audience is, okay, then we can go the next step. What's the next step? We ask them, what have you been doing? What is your advertising and marketing? We don't ask them what their budget is first. We ask them, what have they been doing? And believe it or not, the majority of business owners, you know what the response is? Um, haven't done too much. And then we go down the list. Oh, are you on TV? Are you on radio? Do you have any ad in a magazine or newspaper? No, 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 and no. Okay. What about social media? What have you been doing with that? I'm surprised when we talk to retailers and all that, and some of them don't even have a website. And we don't get down on them. We just say, okay, I had a couple where they said, yeah, we do have a website. I said, okay, what's the domain name? And then they give it to me, and I look, and it's their Instagram account. And I say, that's not a website. But it said that's what they've been doing. And they said, we need help with posting. I said, well, first you need help with making a website. And then from there, you can post links to your website and make other social media posts and all that. So um, the idea is to find out where they are in the scheme of things, and then take it from where they are and move it to the next level, or move it a series of levels to get more engagement. And the idea is like the majority of the people we talk to need more business. If they don't need business, you talk to someone, oh man, I can't keep up. I got too much business. I'm like booked solid. Okay, well, maybe they don't need us, right? But then I ask the question, are you booked solid for how long? Oh, through January. Okay, so what happens if the bookings stop and it's February, March, April? Oh, I never thought about that. Okay, so you need to plan now for the future. Because by the time February comes, and if your bookings are slow, that's the wrong time to start marketing. Now you're like way behind schedule. You got to market in November, December for January, February, March. So there's this whole system to the madness here. Don't wait till it's too late, because then now you're behind the eight ball, and now what you're going to do, right? Especially if your income drops and you don't have enough money to now pay for additional marketing. So it's very important to look at the schedule. We're not only talking about what's happening now or next month, we're talking about what's happening next year. In fact, the question is, you business owners, do you have your marketing plan already for 2025? Let me see, show of hands. Gee, not too many. So I would say concentrate. You have to make your marketing plan first for next year. Otherwise, you're just running around, sometimes like a chicken without a head. But you need to come up with your marketing plan first, because you can plug in the costs. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to know what the cost is. So you need the marketing plan first, and you need the marketing budget, and you kind of look at these things, and maybe you need to tweak it here or there to make it work out. So the planning is now. That's why here we are in November 2025. Okay, we plan our webinars for, well, we're in 2024. Okay, in November 2024, we're planning our webinars for 2025 already. That's how you need to plan. You need to plan ahead. Otherwise, you're just, already behind the eight ball already. So hopefully that's a long, drawn out answer. I kind of diverted, but that's okay. You have anything to add on that, Martin?
Well, I was gonna say, you're so right. I kind of picked up on your, don't wait, it's too late. And most of us wait until it's too late. So
Yeah.
you gotta really be planning for the new year. I agree. I was just gonna comment that I've been looking at the Ask the Building side, your schedule, and you got that all, you've got it all prepped out and ready for next year, and for Ask the Marketing coming up. I was gonna even suggest, take a look at Ask the Building, askthebuildingexpert.now.site, and you'll see what Lance is saying. He's got the schedule out there already for the webinars that we'll be doing next year. So one thing I like about Lance, he practices doubly what he preaches. So
well, thank you. Well, we gotta show that we're professionals, right?
I
If we're
know,
going around saying
I
we're on
agree.
top of things, and somebody goes, "You have a schedule, your webinars next year?" Oh no, we didn't get to it yet. I mean, they're going, "Come on, man!"
No,
I thought you
I just wanted to be proof evident, and evidence that what you say is what you do, and that's how every business person, no matter what kind of business you're in, what you speak is what you should make sure you're doing. Yeah. So I'll give you one last question here, if you were ready to take that.
Yeah, let's do it.
And this one is, are there any upcoming webinars that will delve deeper into your content marketing strategies and social media marketing techniques?
Well, interesting question, and thank you for that. If you go to our askmarketingexperts.now.site website, there's a whole series of webinars on specific to that general question. So we cover a lot of stuff, to the point where we have it there already for you to take advantage of and learn and gain some knowledge. And specifically, if you're looking for something, reach out to us and we'll see how we can help you, put you in the right direction. Sometimes I talk to people and just tell them, oh, if you want to, want more information on branding, watch our webinar on branding, and then after you watch the webinar, call us back and we'll have a talk, right? Because we want them to kind of do their part too. We don't want to just have a meeting and give them all the goods. We want them to do their homework too, because if we're going to work together, it takes two. The business owner has to do a little of their homework too. Otherwise, we can't function. I got several business owners who wanted websites from us. We sent them a survey, right? And it wasn't a survey to ask questions about, do you think the cost of living in Hawaii is high or whatever? It's a survey to gain information about the company. What do they do? We got to learn. Do you have a logo? Because this is content that we need. We need the information to be able to build a website for them. And they haven't returned it yet. So, and then they could call up and say, oh, is my website ready? I said, no, we didn't start on it yet. Oh, well, you said that you were going to have it done within, 30 days. And I said, read the email. The 30 days starts from when you turn your survey back, so we have the information. Our assistants who help build the websites can't dream up something that your company does, right? It has to be correct information. So we can build something based on what we find online, but how do we know if that's correct or not? And some companies, they don't even have an online presence. We do a search and we can't find them. So, I mean, that's even scary. So I said, hey, have you ever done a search on yourself, on your company? Oh, no, what's that? Well, go on Google or whatever and type in your company name, see what comes up. And then later on, they call me and say, oh, nothing came up. I said, that's what I mean. So how are people supposed to find you if you're not even online? You have to have some kind of presence, right? I go on Facebook, Instagram, type in their name, company name, nothing pops up, unknowns, like, whoa, you might as well have started your business in a cave in Timbuktu because we don't know where you are. How do we get a hold of you? If we want to buy something from you or engage in your services, if we can't find you, nobody can find you. That's not a good sign. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so we got to go back to the beginning, the roots. You go back to the early days, right? Early days of cowboys. They didn't have internet. How did they do it? They put posters up on the bars or whatever, right? Wanted poster. Oh, I see Martin's picture, right? FBI or whatever. So anyway, it's an interesting discussion, and I know we're running out of time, but Martin, do you have any last words?
Well, I mean, just I was gonna ask you something and maybe our next episode, but what you're saying is true, and we're in changing times, so it's a matter of how are we going to change in order to keep up with it, whether it's with our business or whether it's our personal life. So that's kind of my lesson every time I meet with you is what do I need to change in order to kind of keep up with what's happening. So I just wanted maybe to ask you what's your one tip that you would give our audience on what they should do to keep up with all the changes in business or in society now.
I would say you can't stand still. If you stand still, you're going to watch the world around you changing, and you're not going to be with the change. You got to be willing to change, but not work 120 hours a week kind of thing. But you just do what it takes to at least try to learn about different things, especially AI. AI is like crazy right now. And if it's too much, then you do what I do. If it's too much for me, I look for the experts that know how to do it, and then I just engage with them, right? I don't just like, oh, well, I don't know what it's about. I'm not interested in this AI thing, so I'm just not going to do nothing. I don't need it. I never used it all these years. I don't need it, right? And that's the wrong concept, because like I tell every business owner, if you're not going to use AI, you might not be around because it's taking over everything. So that's the message that I have. But I know we're running out of time, so
Thank you.
yeah, thank you everybody for attending. Tune in to our next webinar. Uh, if you're not watching live, watch the replay on our social media platforms, and take some time to make a post, right? Even if you don't have any questions, just post back. Yeah, I thought it was good, or you should talk about this more, or whatever. We don't mind constructive criticisms or comments or anything like that. So take care of yourselves and keep your business going. I know it's going to be different with a new president, whether you like it or not, but we'll see you at the next webinar. Aloha, mahalo.
Aloha, and keep moving.